My name is Robert Shwartzman. I come from Russia. I started racing when I was 4 years old. Well, I tried first time to drive a go-kart. Racing was a bit later. I started when I was 4. It's already 18 years. And then at 6 years old, I flew first time to Italy. Generally, I think to Europe. Started to just take part of some races in the go-kart here in Italy, and step by step it sort of evolved, and I just became a professional racing driver. My first 4 years in school I was studying in Russia, but at the end of the 4th grade my dad realized that I spent most of my time living in Italy, and therefore I need to change school and start studying in Italy. My dad bought a house here in Riccione, where we are now. I went to the 5th grade, which is Quinta Elementare in Italy, so they have one class more of elementary school than in Russia. And I moved there with my buddy, Lorenzo, if you see it, ciao. We were basically racing together in the same category, and our parents were friends. So with his help, I learned Italian pretty quick. Like after 1 month, I was already talking Italian and feeling way more comfortable. After that, from like 2009, I was living most of my time in Italy, and I had the mix of school and racing. I consider Italy as my second home. The person who actually was always there and took care of basically my life, and really pushed me in, sort of created me, and just generally helped me to become who I am. It's my dad, and most of the decision making would be both of us doing it, but he had the dream and the will to make me become a Formula 1 driver and hopefully a Formula 1 champion. Some people would say my dad was complete crazy because he would spend a lot of money on my racing, and I would travel the world. I would be all by myself all the time, and people would say, well, you guys are crazy. I'm like my dad. I'm one of the definitions. I'm a dreamer. I'm a person who likes dreaming and who want these dreams to become true. So even though all the people who don't believe in him or in me, we would still find a way to prove it that they're wrong. I came with my dad when I was 4 on a karting track. I was small. I couldn't reach the pedals. He would carry me around the track with the rope. And obviously I don't remember anything of that because I was 4. But I enjoyed it because he could see the wheel of drive and cars. And after that, he bought me a go-kart. It was dark blue. I remember the color. And I was driving this on some parking lots, and with having the cones and driving around them. We built the track, and I drove it. And after some training, I started participating in some races. My biggest achievement in karting, I think my most wins were in Mini because I won twice the World Championship, I won Italian Championship. And then in the juniors, I also had some win, like the Final Cup. I finished 3rd in the World Championship, I finished 4th in the European Championship. I was racing in karting for 9 years, and it was a good 9 years of karting and a good experience, and it was fun. So after karting, I moved to Formula 4, fighting for the Italian and German championship there, and then I moved to Formula Renault, where I was fighting until the final race for the win as well in Euro Cup. Racing was always my dream from when I was young and child, and I'm a huge fan of cars and racing in general. So to join Ferrari was a very big and special moment in my career and in my life.
Ciao Robert.
Sì, facciamo la cosa.
Prima mi ricordo di Robert, ho capito subito che era uno che andava forte subito. Era un sciufflino, era piccolino, però si vedeva già dagli occhi che aveva della grinta.
Ciao Robert, come stai? Non c'è male, grazie. Io te l'adoro, sempre bello.
Se vuoi che vuoi un uovo, vengo ad aiutarti.
No, dai, vuoi
Portare via un piatto tra una gara e l'altra, puoi venire a fare un servizio qua, non problema.
Vieni a lavorare qua.
Vieni a lavorare qua e non gara là.
Ciao Robert, grazie. Ciao Robert, ciao.
I was like a little kid, you know, being young and small and looking at Ferrari winning the races with Michael. And obviously I'm a huge car fan. I love Ferraris, you know, old Ferraris, new Ferraris, and you know, something like that for me was big. So my first contact with FDA, it was 2017. It was the beginning of my season. I was in Formula Renault 2-liter. At the end of the year, we officially signed the contract and officially made it official that I joined the FDA. And from there it all started. So yeah, the story is pretty nice, and you know, it feels special. Those times were like, now that I look back, was quite special. It was 5 years ago. You know, it feels like it was yesterday. And but yeah, it was great. The 2018 started with a Formula 3 with Prema, and you know, it was my first year in Formula 3, new environment, new team. Also with Ferrari, it was my first year, basically in such a high category, I must say, because Formula 3 was always a top tier of competition. It took me like half a year, maybe a bit more, to just, you know, get used to that environment. But after that I got used to it, I just started to enjoying it a lot, and the performance and the results just really came. And yeah, I did a pretty cool comeback, I must say, in 2018 in Formula 3, because I think in the middle of the season I was like P12 in the championship, and then I managed to finish P3 and the best rookie. So it was very big jump and very like straightforward like push. And in 2019 we did the second year of Formula 3. Everything was also new because we were connected to Formula 1, new car, new sort of schedule and program generally. To take the title in Formula 3 with Prema and Ferrari especially was very like special, and for sure it wouldn't happen if it wasn't for them and for their help, because there are some days when we lose and some days where we win, but it has to be always done together. The following year, in 2020, I stepped up to Formula 2. The step was quite big. The car is quite different, to be honest, to drive, so it's not the easiest car to drive. But the beginning and generally the season, I think, went pretty good. it could have been a bit better, but still, especially the beginning was wonderful. As being a rookie and straight away being on the top felt really, really good. Unfortunately, the consistency lacked a bit. That maybe sort of ruined my chances for the title in F2 in the first year. 2021 was another year in Formula 2. Was a very challenging year, to be honest. A lot of things was happening, but yeah, I kept on pushing, and I think in my last 5 years of racing, actually even more, I think my entire career, I was always fighting for the title. I didn't win always, but I was always to be the contender. So yeah, I'm always going until the end. For sure, I would love that my dad would have been on it with me there, you know, supporting me. But yes, this is life, nothing I can do about it. And yeah, now I'm just looking forward to keep on working and improving myself, and the target, it's always there, it's always to come to Formula 1. At first time when I heard I'm gonna drive the Formula 1 car, I was surprised. I was like, at first I was like, okay, I'm driving a Formula 1 car. That's what I was basically, you know, dreaming about and working. And it's not just a Formula 1 car, it was a Scuderia Ferrari Formula 1 car. So I was like, okay, this is nice, this is interesting, but at the same time I was like, I need to do a good test. I need to show that I'm good for it. So I sort of need to prepare myself for it. And yeah, and the first test went wonderful. I mean, I really enjoyed every single lap of it, and it felt amazing. I was surprised with how quick the car was and how amazing it is, and that's what a Formula 1 is. There is no car like that car. It's just one car in the whole world. Every time I'm jumping in a Formula 1 car, it's a similar feeling, but you know, when you're already getting used to the people and the environment you have there, it feels really like at home. So it's not the thing that surprises you anymore, but it just gives you comfort and still motivation to work, because I'm always motivated to learn something new in Formula 1. It's awesome because there is so many things you can explore and try and feel and try to understand. Plus, I really enjoy driving the car itself. So without, even if we take out the part of learning, just to drive the car itself, it's amazing. What would I say to myself 10 years ago? To enjoy as much as possible that time on the racetrack. Spend more time with your loved ones and the people you really love, because all the rest, at the end of the day, it's worthless. It's just, you won't even remember it, what have you done. But it's important to spend these times with your parents or the people who you love, because you never know when they're gonna go, and at that time when they're gonna go, you will remember every single moment that you spent with them, and you would have wished to have more.